This is me, Sonny Buck 217, also known as DJ Gypsy Blackheart. Hold on. I never was good at explaining things, but I'm gonna try. There's a lot of things I need to do in my life. It's because of me. It is because of me. But somebody, the first time I did somebody wrong, they turn around and they spread a rumor all across the country that I'm evil. Even though everybody that knows me, even for 2 days, knows I'm the nicest guy they ever met in their life. And I don't have to get them to say it, and I don't even try to get them to say it. They say it on their own. I've had even people call me the chosen one. I have no clue what that means, but I'm guessing it's good. But because that rumor, everybody don't want me, and anybody that's around me doesn't want me. Just because of one rumor. And it's not even a rumor, it's a lie. This rumor is that I'm a Satanist, but I'm not a Satanist. I'm the farthest thing from it. All I am is an equalist. And an equalist is, I'm not better than you, you're not better than me. We're all on level ground. That's what it means. And the person that spread this rumor about me didn't know what the hell an equalist is, apparently, and just said I'm a Satanist. But really, I'm Christian. I'm a Christian equalist. That makes me fall under the category of neo-Christian, which is two types of things mixed together. Neo, new evolution. Understand? Most people in my culture mostly follow just one law of the Bible. And I'm talking New King James Version of the Bible. That's the kind of Bible gypsies believe in. And the only law I can honestly say they follow, and even then is sometimes, is thou shalt not kill. And even then sometimes gypsies go off the handle when they kill somebody. Yes, they talk about the Bible all the time, and they say things about the Bible all the time, but yet they break one of the biggest rules: thou shalt not pass judgment. Yet they're passing judgment like it's nothing. Anyway, that's just one of the points. I'm not perfect either. I'm never going to claim to be. I'm not going to say I'm the smartest. I'm not going to say I'm the sharpest. I'm not going to say I'm the strongest. I'm not going to say I'm the wisest. No, I'm not. There's only one person in existence that was like that on earth, and that was Jesus Christ. But since this rumor started, and it's been around for a while now everybody is just avoiding me altogether in my culture. And now my mother has to suffer for it. All thanks to the person known as Rudy in the Alabama Reds. In Florida, he's located on MLK Drive in Tampa. And he owns a tow truck business, which he doesn't do legitimately at all, called Crazy Rudy's Tow Truck Service. One of his sons started this rumor about me. And let me tell you what, he's the worst person I ever met in my life. And I went through what normal people takes 60 years of them being on earth to go through, just to say they've done the things I've done. And I've done it all before I was even 15. But I'm not trying to get anybody's pity. I'm not trying to get anybody to say, oh, I feel sorry for you. No, I'm not trying that. I ain't that kind of person. I'm not the kind of person that makes anybody feel sad for me. I always took things by my hands, and I always took care of things on my own. And when I say on my own, I mean literally on my own. Always. I was that kind of person, even though I was hurting all the time. Always. I would never cry. I would never show any more emotions. I would never let my emotions get in the way. I never would let anything get in the way of someone else's happiness. Even if it cost me mine. I would never do it. It's just, I'm not made that way. I wish I was made a different way, but I ain't made that way. And what's really fucked up is, all thanks to this rumor. All thanks to this rumor. The only chance I had to be happy in this culture known as gypsies has been taken away from me. Fucked up is that? And even if it wasn't for that, I'm going to die in this culture. And the reason why is because I'm stuck in a loophole if I'm in this culture that I can't get out of. And this loophole is, I ain't got my papers. I am born in America, but I ain't got my papers, which is fucked up. And when my papers do come in the mail, because I'm currently in Tampa, for those that don't know, I'm in Tampa, Florida, if anybody wants to find me, which I really doubt. Nobody wants to find me. Nobody cares about me. Nobody. I lost everything. I've lost my reputation. I've lost everybody's trust. I lost everybody's will. I've lost everybody's friendship. All thanks to one rumor. One lie. One lie destroyed my life. Ain't that fucked up? Nah. You're probably asking yourself, what is he talking about? I'm talking about the thing that if I don't change now and abandon my culture, I will literally die. It will be impossible for me to live. I'm not saying I'm going to take my life. If you take your life, you're going to hell. And that's how I was raised. Suicide is not the answer, and it's never supposed to be. Suicide is a sign of giving up. With no hope. But one thing that I've taught everybody that I've ever met in my life, gypsy or not gypsy, is there's always hope. No matter where you came from, no matter what your background is, you always have that. If you have that, everything will work for you, in one way or another. In one way or another. And that ain't because of my religion, that's because of me. I've changed so many people's life that it's not even funny. Just because who I am. And how nice of a person I am. I'm not tooting my own horn, so don't even get that idea. I'm not doing that. But I ain't got my papers. I ain't got driver's license. I ain't got social security. I don't have wheels. I don't have a car. I don't have none of that. And I need all that to survive. Even if I want to do the gypsy thing, be a scrapper, or be a painter, or a driveway person, hell, in pretty much any job in the world, you need an ID. You need school papers. You need this. You need your social security. You need a phone number. You need a computer. You need all that. And the only thing I have is a computer. And even then, the computer screen is broke. The light bulbs are blown out on it. But does that stop me? No. I don't even steal. Like gypsies are supposed to, I don't even steal. Even though nearly every gypsy in the country does it. On an average basis. On above average basis. To be more specific, gypsies commit more crimes than any other person in the world at this point. The average person might commit 1 crime a day. A gypsy will commit 20 crimes in an hour. Understand? Serious crimes. And yet they're fine with that. Me, I ain't like that. I don't even steal. I've always asked myself this question. I don't belong in this culture. A lot of gypsies say, oh, I want to die, I want to kill myself. It ain't worth living. No, it ain't because of that. Just you're starting to see where our culture really is. When you're in a culture, if you want to get married to somebody, anybody, you gotta pay. I'm not drunk, just point this out. I'm just very serious. We're in a culture where if you want to just marry somebody, you gotta pay out the ass just to have the right. Understand? And if you really love this person and this person loves you, the price is raised on you dramatically. Like, let's just say I want to marry a random gypsy. It could be anywhere to $5,000 to $10,000. But if I want to marry a gypsy that I love, it's going to cost me anywhere from 15 to 30 grand and up, just to get the right to marry her or him. I'm not gay, but I'm just saying. Understand? If you're a woman, him. If you're a guy, her. And in my opinion, I think that's wrong. You know why? And this is why I'm going to tell you. This is why I think it's wrong. Because God didn't buy our love. He didn't bribe us to get there. The only person that bribes for love, and even then it's fake love, to buy love, is Satan. I'm not pushing my religions on anybody. I'm just going by what it says in our culture and the religion we believe. God's love is unconditional. And apparently the love in our culture is conditional, which means that's another thing they don't follow. So I'm coming to this. Even the person I love, that is the only thing that was keeping me sane over the years. The only person that kept me going. Even though I haven't met her since I was officially met her, was when I was 10 years old. She was the reason that I kept on going strong. Of one day, hopefully, being with her, make her happy, to get her out of this culture, whatever she wanted. But now it's impossible, because apparently I'm not happy. I'm not mad at her. I'm happy for her that she got married. But hopefully she'll be happy, because I did promise you this. Even if you don't end up with me, I'll support you no matter what. I'll always be there for you. I intend to keep my word. I may not be the prettiest gypsy in the world. I may not be the sexiest. I may not be the strongest. I may not be the wisest. But I can tell when something ain't right. And this whole culture ain't right. It's cost me my life. It's cost me my own chance of the future. It's destroyed my family and my past. And my present and my future. Want to know why I say my past? Let me tell you why. A lot of people don't know this, but really, I have a father by blood. Everybody does, but I'm getting to this. I never knew my father. My brother knew my father for a little bit. My mother knew my father a lot. There's even pictures. And I spent most of my life trying to find out who this man is. This person that's my father. And one day, because we're gypsies, one day, my mother, my grandmother, my aunt found a picture of him. And that's what I've been dying to find, a picture of him, so I could see at least what my father looked like. And because it's like a cultural thing, they burn the pictures. They burn the notes. They burn everything. All I had to go on, and I would have never even known if it wasn't for my cousin Charlie, one of my closest friends. Even though he's my cousin, I consider him my brother. Even if at this point he doesn't consider me anything anymore. I always consider Charlie my brother. If it wasn't for him to come to me while I was playing Nintendo 64, matter of fact, I was playing Mario Kart 64 on the original game console on a small ass TV this big, sitting down on the floor with the TV on a milk cart, black 64, red cartridge, on top of that with a gray game tape. I was playing the rainbow level, the rainbow track. If it wasn't for him to come to me and say, hey, they found pictures of your family, they found pictures of your father, I would have never known. When I finally confronted my family about the pictures, you know what they told me? That never happened. Even though somebody that had no clue and just stumbled upon told me, means that you're lying to me. And then later I found out his name from massive digging. After everybody I ever met, everybody I ever knew, every place I ever went to, and every place that he ever possibly ever went to, I went all over walking. Not driving, walking to every place in each town to see if I could find at least his name. And I did. But that wasn't because of my culture. That was because I was doing what was right. His name was Bobby Tan. He was in the Evans. One day, this is like when I was 14. It's around my birthday. Matter of fact, I believe it was July 7th. My birthday's July 9th. It's 2 days before my birthday. One of my father's friends sees me and my brother at the scrapyard. And he looks at us like, who's those people? Then he calls us over. We go to him. And he says, please, Gonsan. Tell him who we are. And he says, y'all do know I know your father. We was best friends. He left y'all a note if y'all want to see it. Now, I gave up seeing the love of my life to see this letter. And I literally told him, my family, this. And I told him, look, I know we never buy anything for my birthday. We never even have a cake. Everybody else gets a cake, presents, all this. I don't care about that. All I care about is this letter. And if y'all love me in any way possible, even slightly, y'all will take me to see this letter. You know what they do? They swear to God up and down that they'll take me to see this letter. I couldn't go to sleep for those 2 days. I was too happy. Because I was finally going to reach the end of my search. I was going to finally know what my father was like, what he looked like, how he was, the way he acted, even the way he would speak, in a sense. and birthday finally arrives. You know what they do? They completely forget about it. Even when I remind them, they say, no, we can't do that. Just goes to show how much family really means when you're a gypsy. It means nothing. Nothing. Zero. Nada. Zip. That's what it means. And because of rumor, all my family don't want to deal with me. And now my mother has to suffer for it. Because my mother wants to make sure I'm fine. And all I'm trying to do is make sure she's fine. That's why I'm going to have to make the ultimate sacrifice a gypsy can. I'm going to have to leave the culture. I'm going to go work on a farm. Live in a barn. Make money. Go to school. Get my papers in check. Have to get a legit job. And work the hardest I ever worked in my life. And I mean ever. Anybody that knows me, I will never stop until something's done. And that's how I'm going to treat this. And that's how I'm going to treat this. And I'm going to show them all that even though they made me do this, leave the culture, I ain't heartless like them. I'll be taking care of them. Because one day I will come back to my culture and I'll set everything straight. Because right now it's too chaotic, I can't handle it no more. It's too much chaos. To a point where if a gypsy even thinks about putting his kids in school so they can better their lives, is all connections cut off. They're not allowed to speak to nobody, no gypsies. They're not allowed to be gypsies anymore. They're not even allowed to talk to other gypsies. Basically, they get outcasted out of the culture. They get excommunicated. They become ex-gypsies. They're not gypsies no more. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to prove that no matter what you can do, no matter what you could say, you can always make a change. I will do this. For now, my heart is shattering for what I have to do, just for my mother to be fine. Not because I have to work on a farm or anything like that. Just because now I gotta leave my mother, but the father of the person that made my life hell. So I'm gonna get money from how hard I'm gonna work and send it all to her. And not technically all of it, I need something to build up. I'm gonna send most of it, just so she can have a place to stay. And eventually, because I'm gonna officially be out of the picture, hopefully my family will take her back. My family tree will start treating her like family again. Because of me, nobody treats anybody like family anymore. All because of one rumor. So in order to save my mother, I have to basically destroy every connection I have in the gypsy society. When I say destroy, I have to pretty much banish myself from it. But just like Jesus said in the Bible, I will be back. I don't know how, and I don't know when. I can't tell you how, and I can't tell you when. I will be back. And that's what I'm going to have to do. So, even though I've had a rough life, and everything that could go wrong in anybody's life has in mine, I'm going to go to school. I'm going to make money. I'm going to make sure my family's okay. I'm going to go to work. After that, I'm going to make myself my own life. A life where any gypsy. I'm gonna make a revolution in my culture to where any gypsy can marry any person they want. Where any gypsy can be who they want. Where any gypsy can go to school and make more money so they can actually not struggle their whole life. Where any gypsy can be truly themselves without worrying about being banished out of the culture for good. And I know I will be able to do this. You know why? Because God put that on my heart. That's why He made me the way I am. Where no matter how many times I could fall, no matter how many bad things can happen to me, as long as I stay faithful to Him, it'll all work out. And He'll always make the right thing happen. And this, even though my heart is shaking, this will be the time where gypsies come out of the shadows and not be afraid of being persecuted for who they are. And even gypsies persecuting each other. I will change our society. I will. Not for anybody else, except one person. One person that deserved it. Well, technically two people that deserved it. And one of them's gone. That's my father. He couldn't handle the culture and the loophole that I'm in. And I know this is what it is. He was in the same situation as me probably right now. But unlike him, I'm not going to take my own life. I'm going to make a change. Because like the great Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. We're going to work it out. In short, I know I did not quote him exactly. But like Martin Luther King also says, and he says this multiple times, and this is what I'm saying. I have a dream, and I do have a heart, and my heart has been made so no matter how hard you're going through, no matter how many troubles are bothering you, no matter how lost you feel, how hard you've worked, and how much trouble you've gone through in your life, there's always a chance. There's always a chance for something to happen good. Because the best way I can explain it is, what good is a man who gains the world but loses his soul? And nobody talks about the other side of it. What good is a man who gains his soul but loses the world? That's kind of the situation I'm in right now. It took me my whole life to realize one thing that everybody had that I didn't. Don't wait for things. Do it yourself. That was a message given to me in a dream. Personally to me. Which means it's a message I have to take. Even if I gotta force feed it down my throat like and that's the message I have to give. Don't beg for things and don't wait for things. Do them yourself. This is Sonny Buck 217 at the ISO Zone. Also known as the greatest hacker in the Gypsy Society. And the smartest gypsy by technology wise in the Gypsy Society. Known as the Technomancer. Sonny Buck 217 all over the web, except on YouTube.com, known as Gypsy Sonny John, but in the music world, DJ Gypsy Blackheart. Signing out. And God bless you.